How's it going, and welcome back to another challenge video. Now this time around we are actually going to be doing something a little bit different. Basically every time I get my super I have to swap exotics. Now I have probably like 20 different exotics in my inventory, and that's basically what it is. It's just meant to be a fun little cheeky challenge. If for whatever reason I run out of exotics, I lose. That's not really going to happen in Prophecy, but maybe if we do this for other dungeons like Grasp, Spire, Warlords, Ghosts, so on and so forth, depending on how this video does, then we'll see. So anyway, now that we got that out of the way, we can actually begin with what I believe is the first dungeon that, deserves a challenge like this. Let me see if I can get both. Yes. Okay, there we go. Now, the reason why I say that is because Heresy and Throne, yes, they are dungeons, but they're too easy, too quick, to where I don't really want to count them. I would rather start the journey here and see how it goes. So for starters, we are using Tommy's Matchbook, which with Devour for this feels amazing. The ramping up of like the what's it called? The thermodynamic bullets, or whatever you want to call them, the matches. Dude, okay. Let's actually... Am I going to get lucky with this? We indeed got lucky. Okay, so basically how it works is we pop the super. Now this first one doesn't count because I obviously grabbed the rally flag, but I'll pop the super, right? And then we're basically just going to do damage as normal. So there's like no other limitations, there's no other requirements, there's really nothing. It's simply just as soon as you get your super, swap exotics. That's literally what it is. I don't have to swap the exotic in the moment as soon as the word is on screen. I don't have to do that. Like, I can go hide if I want to, but I just have to stop basically using the exotic, otherwise, so that's basically what it is. So for now, Tommy's Matchbook, I feel like it's a good pair. We're getting closer to like half the damage phase, or like half the damage already in one phase. Already exceeded it, so we should be fine, though I don't really trust Tommy's Matchbook 100% to excel in that. So yeah, so let's grab a little bit of heavy. My weapons and stuff like that, they might change dungeon to dungeon, but for the most part I really want to try to keep it as random as possible. I just went and grabbed a bunch of exotic weapons, not really focusing on which ones are strong. No, I just grabbed a whole bunch of random ones. So let's actually do this one more time. I think I'm gonna have to get a multiple this time around. Okay, a little bit more. We're almost at super, so I think basically because we're about to quite literally finish this at the same time, give or take. Grab this. Okay, I'm literally about to get my super. I gotta be really quick with this, so we're gonna pop Prismatic, and we're just gonna do that. Please don't boot me off the edge. Okay, again, pretty decent damage. The heat, the strand, the fire, the void, the everything. Okay, swap. Fuck it, dude. Mythic class. Not even gonna bother looking. So now we're gonna pop the super again, and there we go. So now once we get the timer for the super to come back again, we gotta swap Mythic class for something else. That's basically what it is. Now, I don't know how I feel too much about... You're dying. Yes, you are. Okay. Anyway, I don't know how I feel so much about... where's Tommy's Matchbook? Right here. Let's delete it. I guess I could send it to the vault. It's the same thing. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So now let's see if we can actually use Mythic class for a little bit of the desert encounter. Okay, so as I was saying before I interrupted myself due to the stutter, this is actually a pretty good exotic for this. I'm actually content with this. So my whole thing is that you see me so deliberately popping the super, like, oh, time to swap, and then I just pop the super. I'm doing that now because it's Prophecy. There might be a very high chance, depending on how well this video does and I do more of these dungeons like this, that I'm not really going to be popping my super immediately, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in a life or death situation, and just doing it that, probably not going to work. We'll see. I'm saying that because of Kaido. I think Kaido is going to be a very interesting, no super, random exotic type of boss to do. So it is what it is. So in this little section, we're actually going to add a little bit of filler. And when I say filler, I'm not talking about, the lips of like the Jenners and stuff like that, all them little plastic women with fake lips and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that type of filler, okay? I'm talking about the filler content, because I always thought that this little section of like doing the... Speaking of, where the hell even is the... Has always been interesting. I've always kind of wished that if you kill all the little... I say little, they're like 20 feet tall. Like, if you kill all the invisible Minotaurs, you would get like a reward or something. Not loot related, like a chest. Like, oh, you get... No, I'm talking like something. Like, because I believe Prophecy isn't really one of those dungeons that has like a title or anything, and used to have the like one of those yearly titles, the Roman numeral letter ones. If you did a bunch of challenges in here, like 5 years ago, I think. So it's always been interesting to me that there's no hard mode, no remaster, no nothing. But you know, for a free dungeon, you can't really ask for too much, I guess. This has always been a cool little cheeky encounter too, because you're like flying through here. I imagine they did this with a. Obviously, it came out way before they even conceptualized the sparrows that look like a hoverboard. But dude, I don't even have one to this day. Like, I don't even know what it is. Like, the ones that you have to like max out Zavala or Iron Banner, like, I don't do any of that. The ones that are cosmetic, like the surfboard or whatever, still don't have it. Which, speaking of, that might actually be a topic for our next video. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Whoever told you I was dead lied. Just because I didn't have Devour. So Mythic Class, I will unfortunately say I probably picked it out of panic. It's a little bit of a shame. I feel like Mythic Class would have been really good for the next elevator encounter, but now that we're basically done here, we got to swap it for something else. So I really don't know what I could use. What the fuck did I just do, dude? Oh my god. We have to put down a rally flag, so let's actually pick. What do we got? What can we pick? I don't want to use Barrow Dot. Next is a good Necrochasm. Okay. So here's the thing. We're going to try to do this perfectly. No fuck-ups. So that we can do it quickly. Because I don't like this encounter. Not because of the exotics and stuff. Shout out to the exotics. Which, speaking of, I got to pop the super. Not necessarily because of that. But, yeah. It's one of those things that you kind of want to, like, get done quickly. Because the uncertainty of knowing or not knowing how long it's going to take you to do an encounter like this just really makes it feel like filler. Even though I understand you got to make all 6 sides illuminate or whatever and remember which sides you've already done, which is like, if you really expect me to remember that, you're smoking crack. Anyway, so let's see. Just go up the elevator. We're gonna pop this because we need to get the timer reset. And I've actually noticed you can't really pick up any light or dark motes if you have a super, like a roaming super active. Probably because it would take you out of the super if you were to hold the mote in your hands. Milan learning basic gaming programming, you know? But, okay. I did, fuck. They fell down the hole. Damn. 404, not found. So now, we gotta tickle you Elmo real quick with the... Man, so many cool exotics that I don't have the catalyst for, but do I really want to go do Master Crota for... What is it? Headseeker? Outlaw? I don't remember what the catalyst for Necrochasm does, but I know it's good. Back when Destiny was still very, very, very much popular, I remember my raid team was like struggling for the longest time to do Crota. Like, I would ask them like multiple times, like, yo, you guys want to do King's Fall, Last Wish, Root, like anything else, right? And they were like, nah, we gotta do Crota, bro. You know, it's Crota Sunday. And it's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about, dude? Like, y'all been living there. It's like, how far are you guys into the progress? And they'd be like, on the seal, we're like 3 out of 19, but on everything else, we're chilling. Because they just wanted the craftables. And then Bungie goes and takes away the craftables for a system that I don't even know if people really enjoy that much. Like, I'll be honest, yeah, it's probably going to be like a couple more floors. I might actually end this whole sequence with Necrochasm. But, I don't know, I just feel like if you take let's just say I lost another mote. Let's just say, what example could I give you? Like, you know how if you're told what to do your whole life, a part of you is going to be rebellious. Maybe not rebellious, but you're going to get pissed off that people tell you what to do all the time. And you're like, bro, shut up. I was going to do the dishes anyway. Don't fucking tell me to go do them. Now I don't want to do them, right? If that's ever happened to you, or if that type of stuff, you know, is like common in your life, I'll be the first person to tell you, dude, same here, dude. But it's the same thing. It's like you give me the portal, you give me the loot system, you give me all these things that I respectfully didn't ask for. I'm not going to use them. And I don't necessarily feel disrespectful. I don't feel like I'm contradictory. I don't necessarily feel like I'm hot shit or anything. I just feel like you gave me a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to use. And even though my light level is suffering and I'm like in the 200s still, I'm fine with that, because I'm not going to go and, you know, because like you had plenty of time to do something perfect and you killed the player base. So I'm not going to bother, you know. But these challenge videos, these weapons, these little roulettes that I'm doing, they don't require light level, bro. So we're chilling. We're cooking right now until we get to a point where I'm actually going to be the one that's cooked. So I was very wrong. We're actually going to have to swap the super right here on this little, not the super, what? Swap the weapon. So I'm actually really digging the auto rifle games. So I might actually swap to Kvastov. There we go. All right, let's get Necrochasm out of here. Another one bites of dust. And I'm close to finishing. Pause. I think I need to do like 2 more floors, and that should be my maintenance for the building. Man, speaking of maintenance for the building, some people really, what do you call it? Easter eggs in Call of Duty. You know how Easter eggs in Call of Duty, like zombies mainly, you got to go around the map for like 22 days, like looking for random stuff. I feel the exact same thing happens here. I really do wonder how much time on a new dungeon or a new raid, especially dungeon, because you need 6 people for a raid. Like how much time like people spend inside of the dungeons, like looking for Easter eggs and stuff like that, especially on like day 1. Man, okay, hello? Why dark, dude? I thought I was standing in the whatever. Those are gonna be dark as well. Are they? No, they're a lot. Hello? No, they're light, but already despawned. Okay, we gotta kill 1 more. You know what? I actually really do enjoy the Kvastov. I don't know why in my mind I was hating on it. I think it's because it's like the first weapon and everyone was glazing back when Final Shape came out, and it was really good back then. Dude, I don't know. I don't even know why a lot of these weapons never get the playtime they deserve. I think it's just because they're kinetic. They're kind of boring to use, but that's disrespectful, because I barely use them to know. So, can we please finish the elevator bonanza? Oh my god, asking, you shall receive. We actually did it. Can I get a GT3 RS, please? Or a Tanzanite blue M4. There we go. Whatever. Forget about that Tanzanite M4 right now. Let's focus on... But you know what? I understand that they're very weak, but 2 magazines, I thought it was going to take a little bit more. I thought it was going to take a little bit more elbow grease to take these dudes down, but apparently not. It's kind of crazy when you have 2 turrets shooting as well, what you can accomplish. But ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Another 2 mini bosses, if you want to count that. These 2 minions should be the ones that are making... If these 2 enemies were like the ones responsible for the shield on the first boss, and the room was like maybe a little bit bigger, I feel like that encounter would be a million times better. Good as time as any to actually get your toenail clipped out of here. Okay, stay right there. Stay right. Hold on. Just stay right there. Let's swap to... What do we got? Sure, let's do Eyes of Tomorrow. I was gonna say, like, let me go shoot him with Eyes of Tomorrow, so that he's like, what the fuck, you came back with a different exotic? But no. Let's just leave him alone. But granted, man, this is kind of stupid now, because I popped the exotic. Or I didn't pop the exotic. I chose an exotic that I wanted to use for damage. But now we used it here, so I can't... Fuck, dude. That was not smart. What am I doing? I should have picked like Colony or something, like one of the worst ones on the inventory, so that I didn't have to deal with this. That's kind of pathetic, if you will. Oh shit, they fixed it. Yo, Destiny actually fixed that. I remember you would have to pull out a Sparrow to get that thing to work. Anyway, stop hooking up on the past. Stop reminiscing on the past. Stop thinking about things that don't matter anymore. Let's see. Nice chunk of change. Nice little damage. Let's get up here. Okay, Arc Soul ran out as well. That's perfect. Because if I can't use the weapon anyway, I might as well have a little bit of fun with it. There we go. Yep, okay. Have my fun with it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop the rally flag. And as soon as we drop the flag, I'm going to use the... forgot the name. The super for a little bit. Not the super. The heavy weapon for a little bit. Before we swap. Funny enough, I think I actually uploaded a video a long time ago where I was using this exact same exotic in this dungeon. Really, really good. Like, actually surprising. I think it was like a 2-phase or something, which, you know, for what it is, pretty good. Okay, I really just want to waste this quickly so that I can pick up the motes. I'm going to, you know, for lack of a better term, do the same thing that the people in Shrek wanted to do, and that's ignore the ogre or kill it, right? But I'm only going to do it 1 time because I don't want to get chased by 2 or 3 ogres, but I'm okay with getting rid of you real quick and ignoring the other 2. So now that we have 1 spot where we can basically go and take cover, we're going to quickly pop this, and then we're going to go for... Okay, let's be quick. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Here we go. 3, 4, and 5. All right, this is going to be a grab and go. I have no idea how well this is going to go because, like I said, you know, it's Okay, quick, get out. Okay. Thank God the ogre wasn't gonna do anything. No challenge, no threat whatsoever to a person like me. All right, let's start shooting the telescope. Okay, pop the prismatic real quick. 1, 2. You missed. Dude, shout out to all of these little, like, hello? I was gonna say the wall because I could hide against it. Never mind, dude. All right, give, ask, and you shall receive. Because right now we are using the colony. I don't even know if I should be firing this like at the chest or if I should be firing this at like the feet real quick, you know, like where so like it can travel and stuff like that. I really don't know, so I'm just gonna keep shooting it where I'm shooting it. Let me see if I can actually go back over here, keeping my distance from the thing so I don't die again. And yeah, definitely shooting at the chest is the move. Probably could have thrown that prismatic nade all the way across, but it's whatever. 2, 3. Come on, please. Damn it. Okay, I was trying to get the grenade to land on top of the little podium thing, but whatever. Okay, we're almost gonna get the... Oh my God. All right, we're almost gonna get the super. We're gonna get it before we get to the next arena, so we're definitely gonna swap. Damn. Okay. I will say, I picked random legendary weapons to use for this. So I don't even know what the hell fusion rifle I'm even using. I'll be completely honest with you. Probably could have done a little bit better, but because prophecy is so easy, I kind of just thought it didn't really matter. Okay. We're gonna get, yeah. Okay, we got prismatic right now. Let's be quick about this, because I really don't want to get hit. Okay, 1, 2. I'm gonna swap right now. Oh, fuck it. I was gonna say Ariana's Vow. Fuck it. Okay, I need to be meticulous about it. Can you please select the fucking weapon? 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. I gotta hit him with the snake. That's a hit. I told you, that's a hit. I swear. Okay, under half. But man, that was... We picked Ariana's Vow too. I don't know how... Oh man. I don't know how proud I am of that. But it's whatever. Where's the weapon that I had to get rid of? Here we go. Colony. Goodbye. This is also going by surprisingly well, because I've died 2 times. And I'm like, what, 7 exotics in? I genuinely thought I was going to be a lot more exotics into it. Which I should also, if I'm going to be serious about turning this into like a little series and whatnot, if, you know, this video does well, I should probably mention that, again, the random legendary weapons that I picked are random, literally. And not only that, but like my class itself, like the intellect, discipline, all that type of stuff, it did not get touched or tweaked at all. Like I just clicked play and that was it. Also, I think I got the grenade where I wanted it to. Yep. Okay, that should be fine for a little bit more. So, damn. Okay, you missed. And so did I, whatever. We basically traded being blind. Okay, so it's no question. We're going to have to do one more damage phase after this. We're too far. So we're going to have to try to pulverize this dude by any means possible. Or tinker the health down. Let's get rid of y'all. I'm going to pop this grenade right here a lot closer to y'all. To him, sorry. I really do appreciate having Devour and what's it called? Demolitionist. Not Demolition. Demolition's a game mode. Okay. Let's go over here when we actually shoot you again. Because we don't have that many shots, but this thing is laying down the pipe. Literally laying down the ground where this thing actually hits, even though the recoil is a little bad. But I like it a lot more now because when I was using a weapon on controller, dude, the recoil was a little annoying. But now on PC with a mouse, I can just flick the Ariana's Vow shots onto them, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go for Teraba, because I was eyeing that weapon and I really wanted to click it. I don't even know why I didn't click it. I think because... hello? I already chose Ariana's Vow. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. I was gonna say, I think my turret stayed up in the rafters, but nah. All right, I hope everyone is ready to get up out of here just like I am, because why am I shooting from far away? Makes literally no sense whatsoever. Okay, we're gonna pop Prismatic, but I really want to get Ravenous Beast charged up a little bit so that I can actually pop it and get a little bit of ROI on it. You need to leave because I don't want you to snipe me. Hello? There we go. It's maxed out. Let's actually pop it. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He really moved away at the worst possible time. I really needed you to stay, but it's fine. Because you're going to pass away anyway. This SMG is really fun to use. Okay. I'm going to try to not include repeat exotics and stuff like that for sure. Just so that the videos stay interesting in every single capacity possible. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this was like a cheeky little 8 to 9 exotic. We're going to swap, by the way, because we got the super. But it didn't really matter. So we're going to go to Barrow Dyad because, man, I really wanted to use this one. We might actually use this dungeon. We might actually use this exotic to open up the next dungeon. Because I really want to use it. I think it's one of the worst, you know, mid-tier exotics, but also has a lot of potential if I knew how to use it. So I really hope that doesn't piss anyone off, but whatever. So there we go. So that's the little challenge. Not really a challenge. Prophecy is very easy. So we're going to try to do this with different dungeons. If this video does well, like I said, consider subscribing. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Have a good one. And yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a counter of all the exotics on the screen somewhere. So yeah, peace out, everyone. Have a good one.